Good morning everybody, popebinary here, and today I've got another one of those videos where I just show you a quick little trade I had today. Nothing special about it, it's just a support and resistance trade, but a great learning tool nonetheless. Apologies about the recent lack of videos. I had some computer issues, but I got that all fixed and now we're back to making the videos. So before we jump in, here's the quote of the day. The professional concerns himself with doing the right thing rather than with making money. That's from Jesse Livermore. So without further ado, here's the quick trade. Hey everybody, so I think I've got a potential trade coming up, and I'm basically just going to tell you why. This is going to be nothing more than a support and resistance trade, and if you don't know what that is, definitely go check out this video. I should have a card somewhere up here. Just click on it. It should open in a different tab. But basically, there is a very, very important support zone right here, right? We can see the market turn around here. The market tried to break out of this zone and then failed, and then the market took off afterwards. Now we come back down to the exact same support point. We get a nice bounce. We come back down, bounce, and now we're back down here. Now, whenever the market, keeps testing the same support or resistance over and over, that lets me know one of three things, right? Now, this is on the 15-minute chart. Keep in mind, sorry, I forgot to mention that. But basically, that just lets me know that the market, there is a potential for the market to break outside of the zone. If so, I'm not interested in trading breakouts because a lot of the times they end up like this, right? It's just a fake breakout and then it comes back in. Or we could expect to see a nice bounce. And so now that I've got the longer time frame established, relatively speaking, I'm going to go ahead and hop down into 5-minute charts. And what I'm waiting for is for the market to at least come down to this value and get a bounce, right? If it bounced right here, if I got a nice bullish engulfing candle, I wouldn't take it just because it did not actually go down and touch this value in the market. It did not trigger the buy-sell orders, and it did not, trigger the psychological, okay, now it's time to buy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of reasons why you want to wait for support and resistance, but that's one of them. It's because everybody has eyes on this point in the market, and if it gets to this point, there will be some sort of reaction. If it's a reaction I can read, if it's a reaction I can understand, I will take the trade, right? So that's what I'm waiting for. It may be a long time before I get a reaction, but I'm just going to stick it out and hope that it turns out for the best. So I'll cut to when it happens. Okay, everybody, I might actually be getting a bullish bounce here sooner than I expected. However, I want to point out a couple things here. All right, so we can see between the time I was last recording and now, I moved this resistance line up just a couple pips. Basically, I saw over here, this is where the market really started respecting this line for the first time. And all I did, let me just move it over and zoom in a little bit for you guys. I just moved this resistance line up just to match the close of this big red candle and the open of this candle. And I can see it's a much better fit over here to where the market is currently. And I can see that the market is actually at that point. Now, at this point, you would be eager to enter okay, now let's enter a call for the next hour or so. I think the market is just going to take off from here for forever. But you got to keep in mind that's what everybody's thinking. I'm going to wait to see how this candle closes. If it closes above the moving average, I'll be happy to enter an hourly call with the strike price somewhere down here, right? Which just means, this is an in the money and ITM trade, right? Because that's what I prefer. But if you just also have to keep in mind there's endless possibilities how this market could react. The market could trigger a bunch of sells, which is what we're seeing here. If the market, for all we know, it could end up a giant pin candle, could end up something like this. And so basically what I'm waiting for is if this candle finishes above this 20 moving average, this is a simple moving average that I've got here. If it finishes above it, I'm probably will enter a call position if it looks right to me. And as of right now, it's looking right. So what I'm going to do is we've got 5 seconds before the candle finishes. I'm going to enter a 30-minute call position with a strike price below this horizontal line. And we'll see how it turns out. I'll cut to the results. Hey guys, so I just paused the market here at what the market looked like when it reached the expiration. Let me see if I can get it right. Come on, there we go. Okay, so this is what the market looked like at the when my trade reached expiration, right? Now, I was concerned watching this live when I saw the market, it started falling away, but that's to be expected because if I put in another horizontal line, you'll see this is nothing but a ranging market, right? So the market, it just keeps going back up and down, right? So it just came back up to the upper range, and then people started selling like crazy. And naturally, since we are kind of in a bearish movement right now, there will be more bearish sentiment than bullish sentiment. But either way, in ranging markets, binary options excel, in my opinion, because all you need to do is just find a quick scalp move like this, and you are A-okay to make, some quick cash in 30 minutes, right? Now, one thing that I want to point out is the reason I place my strike prices below, these support and resistance zones is because I knew there was a possibility the market would come up and reach this upper range boundary and it would start selling away. But, the thing that I like to say is you stack the odds in your favor, right? So if the market reached this range boundary, I knew there'd have to be a very large sudden sell-off to at least come back down to the resistance point. And then even if it reached this, support point down here, it would have to break the support point in order for me to lose, right? That's a big checklist, if you will, for me in order to lose the trade. And, stacking the odds in your favor is such a huge importance, is such a huge important factor in this game, right? Because you have to be able to analyze the risk and, really evaluate what are your chances of losing. And I knew my chances of losing were very slim once this market started taking off after it, got a nice reaction at this support zone. So definitely look for reactions like this in your own trading. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos, make sure to drop them below. I'm quite backed up on video suggestions right now, and I'm going to be honest, a lot of them I can't get to because I'm not going to make videos about things that I don't know how to do well, because I'd feel bad, teaching things that I don't know how to do myself. You know what I mean? So if the videos aren't getting published, I apologize. It's because I don't feel comfortable covering certain topics. But besides that, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and, Pope Binary out.